Hey guys, it's Artifact, and this is take 2 because during take 1 my HyperX decided to change colors, and it's never done that before, and it kind of caught me off guard. But that doesn't matter. Today was one of the best dev updates I've seen out of the 3 of them, right? I saw the character customization, which blew me away and changed my mind. I saw the weather system, which it didn't wow me, but I didn't have anything bad to say about it. And then they showed off combat today. And I'm gonna try to sum up everything that happened today within like 11 or 13 minutes. So when you hear that, that's my notes. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. So they rearranged the format of the dev update. Instead of waiting, they put the meat and the video package at the beginning of the stream, which is a genius idea because it gives people less time to lose interest and click off. One of the reasons why I don't do any intros or anything is because I know for me personally, when I see a YouTuber with like a 30-second intro, I just click off. And so by skipping right to the meat of the dev update, it keeps viewer retention. And I think this was a really good move. I fell asleep like 3 times during the dev update. Then they boot up the video package, and I was blown away. Again, I do have to preference that they are not going to show all the combat within one video. It's not going to be one giant reveal, but it's going to be lots of little ones. So that way it's easier for them to get feedback as they go. Which I'm okay with that, right? So as they boot up the video, Antler person was on display. I forgot his name, I'm sorry. And he looked pretty good. But the thing I noticed right off the bat was the sword. And I'm like, if that's a basic sword, we're gonna get some really cool weapons in this game. And I got excited about that. And he was talking for a little bit, but all I could think about was, that's a cool sword. He's like, well, we need something to fight. I'm like, yeah, where are the hogs? Where are the wolves? And then a pile of rocks in one of the most smoothest animations turns into a little rock person. And I was actually blown away because I thought it was just a pile of rocks. I didn't even know that was going to turn into something. And so we're just going to call them rock people for right now. He goes with a great sword-like thing, and the combat is, off the top of my head, Guild Wars 2, where you tab on something, but it's free motion, and there was not a lot of heavy weight to it, but you can still tell he was swinging around a big sword, right? One of the things they really tried to get right was floatiness and weight with a fluid combat, right? Because you can't have Dark Soul like physics in a big 150 versus 150 siege battle, or else it'll turn into a mess. And you still gotta kind of keep that MMO feel. And I don't know until I have my hands on it, but from what I've seen, it looks like it works. But again, I gotta feel it to know. But I will say, you did notice it when he switched to the daggers, because the daggers were like quicker, attacks seemed a bit quicker, while he had the sword, his movements were a bit bigger swings, almost like you could feel the weight difference between the sword and the daggers, and I kind of like that. So Unreal 5 is an engine. It's not an art style. So I was kind of afraid that Ashes was going to have a lack of art style. But from the biomes and the area around it, it looked okay. But so far, I like what I've seen in the battle system. That's what I have to say about that. But I think they are going in the right direction. So, Moving on quickly because this is the dev update in a nutshell, so I don't want to spend 20 minutes on the topic, even though the battle system was the main topic. And they showed off the Antler girl. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I forgot the class's name. They said equal opportunity slider, which means everyone's gonna get a slider. I am so glad they did that. I was kind of afraid, them being a Western developer, where you can make a dude in depth as much as you want, and the guy can be as detailed as you want, but the female has restrictions because, you know, politically correctness. They said no, it's equal opportunity. Margaret did say something very interesting that I want it to be its own video. How women are controversial. And honestly, that's a video of itself, but I really do want to talk about that because she had a great point. And I want to expand on what she was talking about because I completely understand what she was talking about. They had 400 applicants. That is a lot. So there are a lot of game devs that want to work on this game. 400 applicants. So there are 400 game devs out there that believe in this project and they want to be a part of this project. I cannot stress enough how big of a deal that is, that game devs themselves have faith in, because I feel like they see it more than just a paycheck, right? They want to be a part of something, and they have so much faith in Ashes of Creation that they believe that this game is gonna leave its footprint on the gaming world, and they want to be a part of it, and I think that's legitly super, super cool. They hired 14 of them, which we talked about this in the first dev up. 14 people to you and I isn't gonna tip the scales, like it's not gonna make the alpha come out next week or anything. However, that's good for them because that kind of smooths out the process, right? That's 2 people on the animation team, that's 2 extra people on the weapon team, that's 2 extra people on the art team. Like, to us, it doesn't make a difference. To them, probably means the world. Next is the Q&A section, which I'll just go over the questions that have weight to them. So, first one, someone asked, will there be wind when it comes to sailing? Steven said yes, because, you know, that's a part of, you can't really sail without wind. And so, wind will be an asset while you're sailing. Bravo, right? You can't sail without wind. It's kind of hard. It's like flying a kite without wind. You're gonna have a hard time. Okay. Dyes are equipable. You cannot dye an individual piece. Think shaders from Destiny 1, where your Guardian was one solid color, and you equipped the shader to turn your Guardian into that color. Think about that. I don't like this. You're gonna be stuck with one color. You can't go like green boots. And he said it was to limit clowns running down the street. But honestly, it's your game, right? If you want to be the clown running down the street, then be the clown running down the street. I don't understand wanting to be the clown running down the street. But there are meme lords, and I don't like this idea. If you want to be a clown, right? So that was the only thing in this update I really wasn't fond of, is how he's like, I don't want meme lords in my game. I mean, I guess so, but come on, have some fun, right? I think it comes down to, like, it's just difficult to do and they just don't want to do it because they already have a full plate. But I don't know, let the meme lord meme. Someone asked, will there be floods during rainy season? And Steven answered, they discussed it, but it didn't go anywhere. Not to expect it in Alpha 2. So I just took it as a no. Okay, I have the answer, I just don't know how to say the question. The question was somewhere along the line of, will weapons have skills? Kind of like Guild Wars. And he shot that crap down. He's like, no. There will not be any weapon-based skills. All skills will be class-based. So if you have like a big-ass anime sword, you can't use Weeby Earth dice attack. Nah, you know, I'm indifferent to it. I understand where he's coming from. He said it was because during large-scale PvP matches, he didn't want people. He wants you to know what that class does, right? So you see like an archer and you're like, oh, I know what that archer does. He doesn't want people to get confused. He wants a solid skill set. Which, I'm on his side there. I understand where he's coming from. And he also said rollback was only for emergencies. I'll be honest, the only reason I kind of know what a rollback is because I've been playing DNF Duel. Rollback's a big thing in a fighting game. I don't entirely know how it works, I just know what it is. But whatever it is, it's only for emergency purposes. Oh, and that was pretty much it. Oh, bandits have consequences, yes. I was on the podcast with Lattice, and we were talking about this actually, where he's going to defend the caravans, and I'm going to be raiding the caravans. And someone asked the question of, well, if you're defending, you have consequences for losing because you lose all your supplies that are in the caravan. What happens to a bandit when he loses? Does he get off scotch-free? And he does not, because as you lose, as you die, you get gear decay, and you also get a reputation of sucking as a bandit, and you don't want that. And to finish off the Q&A, someone asked how good will crafting gear be, and he said best in the game. He was really frustrated that you could craft, that the crafters spend their life pretty much gathering resources, fighting big mobs, and just putting their heart and soul into crafting an armor set. And then some dude kills a random wolf and it drops. He's like, that's not gonna happen here. Crafting will be the best gear in the game. Which I understand where he's coming from, but I hate crafting. My attention span, I tried crafting in Guild Wars and I just couldn't get into it. My attention span will not let me craft. And that was it. That was the dev update in a nutshell. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I hope... Ah, crap, fell in water. I hope I relayed the information in a coherent way that wasn't a lot of BS, right? I tried really hard to cut out all the fat and give you the true meat. This is the end of the video, and I know this is going to be a long video. So if you made it this far, thank you, and this is when opinions fly. I'm only saying this because this is the end of the video. I am really glad I got into Ashes, especially today. I felt kind of proud. Like, yeah, the Ashes community, and I'm actually a part of it, and I felt proud. There are nights where I'm like, of all the videos that took off, it had to be an Ashes, right? Sometimes I'm like, I wish it was Final Fantasy that blew up. I wish it was Guild Wars that blew up. I wish it was Tales of Berseria that blew up. Of all the things that blew up, it had to be Ashes. And I'll be honest, those thoughts disappeared today, and I was really proud of being a part of this community. And I'll be here as long as you guys will have me. We'll see what happens in the future, but as I grow as an Ashes content creator, today was the first time I'm glad it was Ashes that blew up. And I saved that for the end of the video. But thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, all that other stuff. Because someday I think this channel is going to be really big. And it's all because of you guys supporting it. Zelda Slow Walk Talk. That's what these are when Zelda works slow. That means it's going to be something emotional. But thank you guys. Artifact out.